I need to re-look at those wounds again and fully release it. Hello, we are doing a look through my desk at random papers I have written in the past 3 years and notes and rant about a bunch of things I find inadequate with the world. Yeah. So we have in this drawer, I have the most random notebooks full of interesting stuff. Like this. It is a choice every moment to honor your body. The body is made up of choices. What vocabulary am I building? What you learn from and what you are learning is important. What message do I want to promote through the use of my body? I dedicate myself to mastery. Interesting. What's this one? This is about the Irish Potato Famine. Interesting I wrote about this because I ended up doing another bigger deep dive on not just the Irish Potato Famine, but then also about just colonialism in Ireland. The Irish Potato Famine only happened because they were colonized and they couldn't afford anything besides the potatoes. And the potatoes aren't even native to Ireland. Once the disease wiped all of them out, then people starved because they couldn't even afford things like carrots. They couldn't afford anything else because there was an extraction happening to Ireland. Very similar as if you look at to what the US does to Hawaii and Puerto Rico. But that's why I was looking into how cultural exchanges between Irish farm workers and then African Americans happened, because there was a difference between how they were treated by white people, but they were both couldn't really do much. They're both very low status. People were like, oh, what if this lower class of people come together as they have done prior in the past and make actual change? So instead, let's give the Irish little crumbs and tell them now that they can be considered white. So then they basically do to black people what was done to them for the past however many years. And that's where I'm disappointed in my Irish heritage. But more so angered with the system that put that into place. But that's why I like dance. That's why I like dance and music, and that's why I like seeing where different influences came from, because then you can see how people interacted in the past in positive manners whenever you're seeing the authentic expression of communal dance and music versus the commodified presentation of it by the extraction once again, because extraction doesn't just conclude whenever you move away from a land per se. It's anything natural that is just created. There's a system, the capitalist system, capitalist colonialism. That system, which comes in, is we are going to take everything from you. Oh, you dance? You know what we're gonna do? We're going to take your dance and we're going to change the steps up a little bit and now make it so people pay for it. And our way, because it's more difficult, that actually means that it's more prestigious now, and that your form is a low-class form of art. I wouldn't even call it art. Ugh, look at that. Why are you dancing so vulgar? That's what they did to people, and it's so upsetting. And this is why I don't like ballet. I don't like it. I have seen a ballet before that was impactful, but as an institution specifically, I don't like it. But also, once again, I tend to not like institutions of most things. I don't like institutionalized religion. I don't like institutionalized medical systems for the most part. Modern medicine is very beneficial in some manners. I mean, my dad has cancer. Without modern medicine, we would not be doing the treatment he's doing right now. But institutionalized forms of anything, including academia, means gatekeeping. Gatekeeping isn't always for the public's good. Gatekeeping is often for the people that created these institutions in the first place, so then they can just trample on everybody else and make them suffer. Cancer that my dad has probably wouldn't even be in his body if it wasn't for these institutions that kill people slowly over time. It's so fun when you think about it. Whenever you think about the fact that white collar crimes that are killing millions and billions of people just slowly and insufferably, it doesn't count the same as shooting someone in the head on the street. They're gonna put you in jail for shooting someone in the head on the street, but not for slowly killing millions. It's such a messed up system we live in. I hate it. I do. I hate it. And I get so angry. But once again, not hopeless. I get this little desire in me that wants to break everything down and shatter these systems, and hope that more people will come to join as they are doing with the interest that is increasing, and we can create the world better. That's my rant. That is my rant. And that is why I love dance. Because dance is archived history in the body that can't be tampered with. It's oral history. So this is about my dance stuff. It's from a cultural anthropology class. This is just an empty ass notebook. Fun. Anthropology and music class. Empty notebook. Fun. Oh, this was such a fun class I took. I took a class on Black politics through artistic expression. Oh, it was so fun. I loved that class. I guess this is also my Spanish notebook. I don't even know what to do with this one, to be honest. Okay, I think this will be my herb notebook now that I find it. Oh, this is cute. This is from 2 years ago. I feel beautiful when. I feel beautiful when I'm sipping tea. I feel beautiful when I'm making music. I feel beautiful when I rap. I feel beautiful when I sing. I feel beautiful when I am writing. I feel beautiful when I'm outside. I feel beautiful when I wash my body. I feel beautiful when I lotion my body. I feel beautiful when I get dressed. I feel beautiful when I rhyme. I feel beautiful because, baby girl, don't you know I always look fine. There's too many on here. I can't go through this whole entire thing. But I'm pretty sure this was a point in time where I was feeling low about myself and I was working to rewire my subconscious mind. So I committed a whole little page to writing about every time that I feel beautiful. Oh my gosh, I have something here about how will I describe my soulmate. This way cleaning doesn't work very well. Now I'm just like fascinated by what I was up to years ago. Oh god, that he's so strong. My golly. That might have been. Woo. How will you describe your soulmate? Adaptive, sexy, strong, protective, not clingy, confident, secure, loving. My man makes enough, so if I didn't want to work, I wouldn't have to. My soulmate is honest. He speaks up and I listen. He respects me. My man is present with me. I can talk to him about anything without feeling judged. My soulmate believes in himself and his abilities and God to achieve everything he wants. My soulmate cares for their mental, physical, and spiritual health. Oh, this is a cool idea for a book. I have a book idea in here. I can see the anger in this writing. This is very interesting to me because I know that I hadn't even started getting into herbalism at this point, yet I was picking up on the fact that modern medicine didn't have all of the solutions. So I was looking at, Western medicine is a view. Huh. Interesting. I look out of myself so much for things now, especially since the internet is so readily available. Whenever really, if I just looked into my notebooks, into the books that I have, because I have a library, I would be able to do some of the best work I've ever done. There's so many unfinished projects in here. What's this? That's just another empty notebook. It smells like wood. Oh, it's in here. These are the debriefing forms for my thesis. I do not need those anymore. I got me some colored pencils. Oh, I just found a book too that can go in my other area. So this book is Between Heaven and Earth. It's a guide to Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine is an interest of mine, and I like how it like talks about the elements and stuff like that. Cooking is an art. I love that. It's coming up further, Chris. Okay. Coloring books. My coloring books. I haven't colored in so long. This one's pretty. Guys, I like this one. Look at it. That's fun. Oops. I ripped it. Oh my gosh. Why am I tired now? This one's pretty. Oh, I started it. I like this one. I don't know where I'd put this. I used to color these and like hang them up all in my room, and then I had this wacko roommate when I was in college, and she basically convinced me that everything in my life that I was doing was demonic, and I allowed her to intrude in my personal space and throw away all my belongings. Yeah. That was a tough moment. It sent me into like a mini what do you call that? Like a mental breakdown. Yup. And it's like I had gifts and stuff from people. I had about like maybe $400, $500, $600 worth of jewelry out in the garbage can because you know I had gems on it, and it was like gems are not in the Bible. They don't have a breastplate of gems in the Bible. There's no crystals in the Bible. There is. I said anything really bad about her. I never said like, I won't repeat that. Something that my sister had said. But I knew she was doing what she thought was helping me. In her mind, everything she was doing was to help me. So that point in my life, which was sophomore year of sophomore year of college for me, taught me how to not hold resentment in my heart, because I felt it so strongly. I felt the resentment and wanting to build, but I knew that she thought she was helping me, and for that reason I cannot hold this against her. And so I didn't. But that was a really testing time in my life, and I feel it definitely set me back a little bit on my journey, but also probably looking in retrospect taught me some lessons that I don't know if I would have ever learned if it wasn't for that point in time. Like the fact that none of what I have impacts my relationship to God. Take away all of the jewelry, all of the accessories, leave me bare. It changes nothing about my connection to God and my level of spiritual protection. Because God above all protects. They have crystals that I would say like can amplify things and stuff. If you look at the fact that like a crystal or a rock is literally just, what do you call that? It's like solidified energy. There's a more scientific way behind what I'm trying to explain, but right now that's all that's going to happen with the explanation. And despite removing all of those things, even posters, artwork, things that I've collected, those drawings I said, those drawings of the mandalas that I had up in my room, that I would sit down and do those to calm my mind whenever I was going through stressful times, so I had a positive outlet. Those were ripped down off my walls and thrown into the garbage can as well, alongside all my jewelry and various things, anything that just seemed not Christian, because in her brain, if it wasn't Christian or of God in the way that she viewed it, it was of the devil. I just don't understand that. Like, I can understand why she was in that way and how that impacted her actions and how she interacted with me. But me personally, that feels too limiting. I feel there are many ways that we can learn from one another, and if the first experience or if the first impulse we have upon seeing something different that we can't instantly make sense of because of our prior readings of the Bible, then it's just wrong. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, why don't you want to understand where the person is coming from, as I have just clearly done to you? Like, I probably would have been put in a psych ward if I went in to her room and was just like, all of these Bible quotes you have, on the wall, they need to go in the trash can right now. It's for your greater good. I probably would have been kicked out of school or something. Because I know she would have, like, reported me or something. She wouldn't have left it up to God to do whatever God seemed necessary in that situation. I've never wished bad upon anyone. I'm the type of person that growing up, I had these memories of, like, I was never the one that was called beautiful to my face. I was never the one that I was shy for one, but I had really pretty friends, and so people would compliment them right in front of me, and I would feel like I wouldn't feel envious inside. I would feel just like this kind of like sinkness a little bit, but then also be like, yeah, she is really beautiful. Like, yeah, like, go her and whatnot. In the instances that I did have negative thoughts towards people, not me verbally saying anything, it stayed as thoughts. When I had negative thoughts directed towards people, I would call myself out. I would, like, the thought would appear and I'd be like, that was a mean thought. And, like, work through, like, why did I think that about them? Because these feelings that we have towards other people and what they are doing is most of the time not because of them. All it goes to say is I wish the best for her. And I know I don't have to worry about anything with ill intentions reaching me because I got limes in my room. Only some of y'all will admit that. Only some of y'all will understand. So, coloring books. I don't really know where to put these. Maybe over here. It's too big. It's too big that way too. Sometimes I think I really just need to blab more, because honestly, this is so therapeutic for me. Why do I have so many writings of these? Participation in this study. This is so fun to do. Boom! Oh yeah, where I was going with that. I've been too sucked up in my phone recently. But no, for real. Been too caught up in my phone. Like, I be struggling to fall asleep. And instead of getting out of bed, sitting on my floor, meditating for 15 minutes like I know would work, I know it would, I don't. And me saying that right there, like, I don't, I'm just trapping myself in that little loop too. So it's just this little like, oh, I don't do that. I know I should, but I don't. That's so useless. Like, come on. I need to be like, the next time I struggle to fall asleep, I want to try meditating instead of getting on my phone. I think that would provide useful for me and allow me to connect to God more. Maybe in that state of clearness, I can put a little prayer out. Okie dokie. Oh my gosh, I was seeing this guy one time, and he told me to never say that again when I said a word. It was like thingamajiggy or something. What did I say? It was some word that's not actually a word. And he was like, never say that again. And I should have left him right then and there. But I did not do that. No, I did not do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I should have. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. But I should have. And then the guy actually texts me right now. I didn't do that, but I should have. Meditate. I didn't do that. But I should have. Make a tea instead of coffee. I did do that, and I'm doing it, and I'm drinking it, and it's pretty better. It's pretty better because I think I left it in here a little bit too long. Yep. Pretty bitter because I think I left it here a little too long, but here again, I can speak really fast and I can write a little song and I can tell you about everything I'm doing really, really, really quickly. I have a drum. And this is Audrey Rose. Thank you for your time. XOXO.